Hey YouTube, um, I wanted to give an update on my video. I don't have WhatsApp, but you can email me. So I still don't have WhatsApp. I think that I'm like 7 weeks in without having WhatsApp, and it's kind of like a test, an experiment that I'm doing to see how long and when, like how long I can stay without WhatsApp, but also in what instances I will really need it. And I can give you a few examples of mine, um, of people. Like just yesterday, I I was about to upload WhatsApp again on my phone, but I didn't. And I don't actually need to. And so I was in a situation yesterday. I was in class, and I'm a student, right? And two other peers of mine, we formed a little group, and we were working on something. And one of the students said, "Oh, um, give me your numbers, like you guys give me your numbers, and I'm going to send it to you later at home." And at that moment I was like, oh yeah, so I'm going to need to load WhatsApp up again, right? Like, okay, so I even told them, okay, so I don't have WhatsApp on my phone now. As you can see, I showed them my screen, and I was like, but I'm not going to install it now. I'm going to install it at home. And so I took one of my peers' number, and I wrote it down on a sheet of paper, and I said, yeah. So when I will be home, I will like text you on WhatsApp when I will have installed it, which I didn't, because actually once I arrived home, I was like, well, what did we actually do in this little like group task? We discussed like the text that we read, and we came up with like a question, each of us, that was the task, um, about the text, and of course we have to know the answer to the question, but these questions we will ask to the rest of the class. And I found a suitable question, and my one classmate too, it's the one that was asking for my phone, or like that I took the number of. And so in the end, I think that next week when I will have this class again, I will just like come with my paper, and we will first listen to the teacher. And then when we will form the group of three again, what I will do is I will just say like, okay, so this is my question, and this is the answer to that question. What is your guys' question? Okay. And then will come the time to present our questions, or to ask our questions to the rest of the class. And then, it's not all about me. So that's also with the phones, with the WhatsApp. It's like always like fucking hijacked. My fucking brain, my fucking ego, fucking hijacked all the time, for nothing. Because I can, until now I was able to do without the WhatsApp. And in worst case scenario, I can tell them, I I don't have WhatsApp, but you can email me, as the title of my last video. Now, I will just not install WhatsApp. I could also have it on my computer, but I uninstalled it from my computer. I don't have it. I mean, it's not more complicated than that. I don't have WhatsApp, whatever. And so, okay, so that's the last example. So before that, so I'm teaching online, and my students, for some reason, they want to have my phone number. Okay, so I'm working on a platform that the students get in contact with the tutors or the teachers, um, also through their parents. And then there's a chat. There's a chat that is made for that. Okay, the chat on the platform was designed specifically so that the teachers and the students and their parents can interact, and also like some managers from the platform, I think they can also look into it. Maybe not once I have a private chat with the client, which in this case is the student, but so about the word client, that feels kind of distant, right? So the parents asked me, some of them and some students of mine, they want to have my number. Okay, so for some reason, they want to have my number to write me on WhatsApp. They want to have a chat on WhatsApp that's called like French. And I put a little flag when I used to have WhatsApp. I put a little, like a little iconic like French flag or like some baguette or something, on the profile picture of the chat. And then I was like, yeah, so I'm on WhatsApp with my student, and my student is seeing my profile picture now and my description, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'm a serious like teacher that's uncool, right? But I also have a life. And I think that one of my students even found out about my YouTube channel because he made reference to it in a very subtle way, subtle way, not subtle, but subtle way. Um, and that's not good. I mean, for now, at my age and for what I'm doing, the consequences aren't very bad, very severe, okay? But I think like 5 years in, 10 years in, 20 years in as a teacher, because I also had students that like their teachers want to become stars, kind of. They want to become like a celebrity, so sort of. They want to, so they have a YouTube channel, and I was teaching, I was giving private lessons to support a student in her French lessons at school, and or like English. It was English, yeah. So German kid and English class, and so the parents and the students. So this was in real life. That was when I was teaching in real life at people's. I used to go to people's places. So I used to like go to people's places, and that's way different, because then you need WhatsApp, and even then you could still just phone them, I guess, or like tell them. So there's always a way around WhatsApp. So that's just what I'm trying to figure out for myself, because even when I got my new phone at the store, the guy was like, yeah, but I mean, some of these old people that come to me and that they want to have, they need help for their phones and stuff like that. Some of them, they don't even have WhatsApp. So you can imagine if you don't even have WhatsApp. I was like, well, I'm about to like purchase this new phone, and I don't plan on installing WhatsApp, and currently I don't have WhatsApp, dude. But I didn't tell this to the seller of the shop. Anyways, so what I wanted to say is that this one English teacher, like German English teacher, so English teacher for German kids, he had a very goofy, probably very funny and amusing YouTube channel about like he was singing like a German, like very cool. And also he had like a clip, a movie clip of him like riding his car and like in the summer or like traveling, and that was the movie clip of his like, music video, okay? And very cool and stuff like that. But the parents and the students, they were kind of laughing at it, and they were like, what do you think of it, to me? And I was like, well, why does he have to show this in class? Because that's what he did, this teacher. He showed this to his students in class. Okay, so he showed, because that's what I'm talking about, these teachers that want to become famous. They think that it's like the 39-year-old teacher that I used to date when I was 23, and she was like that too, I think. She was living alone, she was single, and she was a teacher, and she was kind of I don't want to be mean, but I mean, she's not hearing me now, but we didn't part in a very nice way either, because sometimes I just like let it out and I just say what I have on my mind. But like, for me, in my mind, she was kind of stuck. Okay, because when you're a teacher, actually, what do you actually do? I don't like, I'm teaching myself, but like you don't really, it's like you stay in school. Okay, so what do you really have to like, what are you really doing in this like economy? Okay, the free like economy that's ruled by competition and businesses, and like, and not state owned as like these public schools and teaching. And like, when you are like a teacher, you get like a fixed salary and that's it. Like, you get your degree, and then who is there to even measure your performance as a teacher? Like the students' grades? No, because you give them. So it's all like, it's just like vibrations in the air that you just, when you talk, and just symbols on a sheet of paper, and then a salary, and then like the turnover of the students, then but so okay, I don't want to be too like negative and like to come across as like insensitive, but so this teacher that I used to date, yeah, she seemed kind of stuck in life to me. And one thing that I noticed is in how I think Amy Winehouse, like, I think was one of her like models. But I'm also kind of like, now I'm kind of drifting away. Okay, I digress. So my point is just that this teacher, so he was doing YouTube and he showed it to the students and so on. And my students also, I think, saw my channel. But what is he going to do? Like, some Austrian kid that wants to learn French finds out about an English YouTube channel of some guy that teaches him online, like whatever. Okay, but later on, this could be detrimental if theoretically I become a teacher in a school, and then I make YouTube, and then I talk about like the teacher I used to date when I was in my early 20s and stuff like that. They will start wondering, the parents, if they follow that, they will be like, what the hell? What's wrong with this dude? And it might come up to the surface as something bad. But so about the WhatsApp. So when I was teaching in real life, it was a bit different. But now that I'm teaching online, I still like, so I almost installed WhatsApp again, because my students, they want to, it's like, I told them, and so I wrote them an SMS. That's what I did. This was like 4 weeks ago. Two of my students, that somehow they are not able to send it to me in the chat. And I like it. I like when it's a bit more personal like that. I can understand. But is it really that is going to make the difference if, as a teacher, you have WhatsApp or not? See, so I'm trying to actually get to the fundamentals, that's what the essence, the real, that's also why I quit WhatsApp, why I don't have WhatsApp. Because like, what is it going to like benefit me? Like, I'm not getting laid with WhatsApp. Like, do I actually need WhatsApp to get laid? Maybe not. I might prove you wrong. I might prove this idea wrong, because I had WhatsApp all this time, I didn't get laid. And maybe I had a bunch of like numbers from like some chicks, and I was like looking at my phone, like, what am I going to write? What am I going to write? Then I write like paragraphs. I write like a novel. I'm exchanging my vocal messages that last forever, and people, what the hell? So this is also why I'm doing the YouTube channel, instead of doing these voice messages that won't be saved, really. I mean, they will be in the chat, but if you delete the chat, and are you actually going to go back in the chat to actually listen?